Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from AnthonysCustoms, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends San Diego Comic-Con exclusive MALEKITH figure from the Thor pack. And this guy does some things really well. It's very impressive in some regards, others not quite so much, so we're going to talk about all of that. He's probably one of the better figures of the bunch, if I have to be honest. I don't care for the character personally, so you know I'm not being biased. He's just a pretty solid figure overall. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 17 centimeters, which makes him roughly 6 3/4 inches. And as you'll notice, Hasbro gave themselves plenty of opportunities to screw up on this figure in terms of paint. There's a lot of line work involved in this guy. You can see we have these kind of like starburst effects throughout the shoulder pads and chest, stripes going down the arms and legs, and then splitting the entire body in half with 2 different colors, including the face. You know, it's just a lot to do, and for the most part, they really nailed it. They really did a good job. For the chest, I was expecting it to be a whole lot worse than it is, and it's not. I mean, it's good. They did a good job. This is a separate piece, by the way, the whole shoulder pads and collar. It's just an add-on piece to give him the shoulder pads and collar. It's mostly effective. It works because of this gold necklace type thing. You can't really tell that it's a separate piece, so it's pretty nice. And as you can see, they really did a good job on the face. The paint job is just phenomenal. Very nicely done. Love the sculpt, love the paint. The hair also very nicely done. It does seem a bit voluminous. Maybe he used a little bit too much Pantene Pro V, but it's very nicely sculpted and painted. It kind of makes him look disproportionate, and it's not something you can really avoid, especially with the shoulder pads. His upper body just looks really big compared to his lower body, but it's not really like, there's not a whole lot you can do about that, short of making a whole new mold or being particularly clever with the sculpt. So I think that's okay. It's not something to really worry about. And then we do have the skirt piece with the separate belt piece, which is a nice touch. I like that. It's sculpted well, painted well. I'm very pleased with all of that. We do have one accessory, which is his sword, and it's sculpted very nicely, and it does have some paint on it, but the plastic they used is very soft, and mine is very warped. So you're going to have to heat that up to fix it, but once you do, you should be fine, so no big deal there. Now, as far as the articulation goes on this guy, we've seen this body before, maybe all of it. I think maybe the wrists are new, the forearms are new, maybe they're not, I can't remember. But we've seen literally every part of this actual body before, so it's not really going to be too much of a surprise. The head is on a ball peg on top of a hinge, so it has really good range, full rotation, although the hair will block it. It technically sits too high on the neck itself, but proportionally speaking, it's not too bad. It's actually not so high, so that's good. But it does have that lollipop syndrome. You just can't really see it, so no worries. For the shoulders, we've seen these shoulders before. They don't work very well. You can rotate them. That's funny. I can't really. It doesn't want to go. I'm afraid this is going to break off on camera. Well, if it does, it does. So the shoulders rotate. Wow, it's very stiff. That's what she said. And they don't really have the hinge that you want them to have. You can't really get them out there too far. So very limited shoulders. Not great. Bicep swivel works just fine. Double jointed elbow. No problem at all. That works nicely. The wrists have a swivel and a hinge, so that's fine. No issues there. Ab crunch goes 1 notch back, which is well enough. And it has the stripe continued, so that's good. Going forward, we have 1 notch. No problem. That's okay. Waist twist works just fine. Again, the belt and everything, it's a soft floaty piece. The hips go about 45 degrees out to the side. And then going forward, no problem at all going forward, so that's pretty nice. You do have a thigh swivel in there, and you have your double jointed knee. That all works nicely. The one thing on paint which I would have really liked, I'm not surprised they didn't do it, so it's not really a fault, but it would have been cool if they continued the stripe. It would have hidden the articulation so nicely, and it would have been easy to do because it's the same width as those joints. But no big deal that it didn't happen. I didn't expect it to. And then we have a shin swivel. If you like those, he has them, though they don't line up well, so that's kind of a bummer. And then you have your standard ankle rocker, which is not too bad. The ankle goes pretty far forward and all the way back. So yeah, it's a really solid figure. Couple proportion issues maybe You know, it's not a bad figure at all. I don't like the shoulders. They're pretty garbo, but otherwise it's pretty good. So I definitely recommend it. If this is one you wanted and you didn't get the set, maybe track them down on eBay. I think it'll be worth the effort. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.